Hey, what's up guys, Tim Good Cars, and who are we here with?
Jordan Gallacher.
And what did you do this weekend?
I got top 8 at Preston Regional.
Nice. What deck?
Adventure Dragon Link.
Ooh, okay.
60 cards.
Spice, etc.
Just get straight into
Yeah.
it, sure. So it's really similar to like the Italian deck that topped the Remote Duel YCS. Like a few changes since, but I'll just kind of go through it again anyway. The standard 10 Adventure Engine, like the 3 Enchantress, the Foolish, the 3 Right, the 1 Adventure, the 1 Griffin, and the 1 Dracovac. Every deck this format's playing it. I don't think I really need to explain that. And then Rocket Package, it's a little bit different from some of the standard ones. I'm playing 3 Tracer. I want to draw it. Like I don't see any reason that I'd want to play 2, and I'm playing the 1 Recharger and the 1 Synchron. I think a lot of the other builds are playing multiple Synchron, but it just doesn't really have that application in this deck. It clashes with the adventure cards, and I'm not playing Hot Red, so it being a level 1 to Synchro with doesn't really come up that often either. Just want to draw Tracer as often as possible. These other ones are just kind of options for Tracer. And then 1 Router. I was playing 2 of this for a while as well, but I just feel like in hands where you're like not already playing, it can contribute to your bricks. So I don't actually want to open it that often, and I didn't feel the second one was necessary for follow-up, so just play the 1, get your Tracer access with Ravine, and then obviously the 3 Quick Launch, one of the best spells in the past 2 years, I think. Card's crazy. The rest of the Dragon Package, 3 Black Metal, play 6 of this if you could. It's just the best 1 card starter under the Brave Engine with the red MD. Yep, self-explanatory. And then stuff that like was kind of tried. Descrudo, this card, I don't think I activated it like once, maybe twice. It's definitely very cuttable, and it's probably the next card I would cut. But it is just nice to make Riser, get your snow lines going. And then new additions to the deck, it would be the 1 Safer and the 1 Levineer. The Levineer definitely came up a lot. This card has 0 defense, so you can search it with Dark, which is extremely relevant, and no one ever expects it. Like every time I summon Dark, my opponent would DP pop it, or if they ogre it, you just get to search Levy and just special it, pop their board, or rip their hand. It's just extremely good. Definitely would not cut this. The Safer was weird because you're playing a 60 card deck and it's one of. It's there as a seals target to summon if you get Nibiru'd. It gets you to your baby dragon access, and like if you have like Ravine access, that didn't matter. It gives you Levy access as well, but this tournament, it didn't come up at all. Never saw it, never milled it off Levy, like never drew it. Like so, not sure quite how good it is, but just the 1 extra card, and then the 2 babies and the 3 chaos space. Whenever you open this card, you win. It's so good. And then the brick dragon cards, the boot sector and the ravine. I still played the Rose package, which I think is definitely cuttable in this deck because it was 7 rounds. I won 2 dice rolls, and every time you go second, you cut this card from your deck anyway, post side. So like the majority of my games I was playing going second, and when you're going second, these cards, you never resolve these cards anyway. So deck's definitely still really playable without it, so being able to play this deck by cutting these 3 bricks is definitely something that I think is worth it. And even though going first, this makes your inboard a lot better. I think like passing on seals with like Savage and just keeping the Griffin up may just be good enough. But yeah, for this tournament it was fine, but I think it's in the future maybe something I'll look at. And then the 1 Snow, it's just something that this package allows you to play. One of the reasons that I chose to play this package, even though I realised the faults with it, is just that it gets you the Snow access, and Snow steals games on its own. It lets you play through Droplet and Roller easily, because with Seal you still get at least 2 Bookemons, and with DP, Snow with DP has synergy as well. Even if you don't have Seal, you get to summon it, book DP, do it again. Speaking of DP, yep, playing DP package as well. In 60, this is something that was popularised at the YCS. I think it's insane. DP just wins so many games on its own. Yep, I think should be standard in Dragon. And that's just like a 41 card deck, like anyone would play, but then you just play 19 non-engine cards, just so you have a high chance of seeing them. So there's 3 Gamma Driver, 3 Ash, 3 Ogre, 3 Nibiru, 3 Veiler, and 3 Imperm. So game 1, but there's 18 and 60. I think it's like a 85% chance to see 1, and then I think 47 to see 2, and then post side you can go up to 27, so you can get it up to like 70% to see 2 hand traps, which is like sadly the only number that counts this format, to be able to see 2. So game 1 there's like a 50% chance you see 2, which is like as high as you're reasonably going to get it. Most people can't afford to like play most of their deck as hand traps. Yeah, so 60 card main, extra, shout out to the bread token, best adventure token.
Really?
Why you was that?
There you go. Wood Striker, standard obviously, the cards that won for a reason, Piste, Romulus, and then there's like the best part of the deck, all the Broken Link to is Romulus, Seal, Hulk, Verte, DP obviously, and Dark. I've seen lists that don't play this card's just so good. It's probably one of my most summoned X deck cards in this deck. I mean, like I said, I was going second most of the time, and this card is just crazy, and every deck's playing DP, like you have to play it. Unicorn, this is another card I saw some people were toying with cutting with, but I figured out that if you cut this card, you actually can't out Cheng Ying against the Sword Soul or the Tengi deck. If they summon it, there's 0 out in the whole deck, other than the like slowing it somehow, and just in generically it just comes up with Dark stealing any monster. So I think you still need to play it. Triple Burst, put it in the combo, and then access code for killing, and then the synchros because you're putting the Rose package. You put the Riser, Savage, Baron with the Rose package, and then the obviously Kiyoshore. And then side deck, more go second cards, 3 Droll, 2 Lancia, and 2 Token Collector. It's just side patterns. Droll I think is just really good against a lot of the adventure engines. Most of the decks you can bring it against it. I wouldn't bring it against Prankids. I don't think it's that good there, but against most of the other adventure engines I think it's worth it. So it gives me an additional 7 hand traps I can side into and a couple more go second cards. And against most matchups I can bring my go second cards that you want to see in multiples up to like 27, which like I said brings it up to about 70% chance to see 2 of them, which I think was like as high as you can reasonably get it. And then 3 Cosmic over Twin obviously, because it was a go second card I put against all the Scythe decks, just so you've got another out to bring the number up higher, as long as we call by, same thing against the Scythe decks. And then obviously it's also flexes as I go first with the talents. I was playing Crossout before, like the YCS deck was playing Crossout, and it sided Scythe as well, just as like another go second card for the Scythe, but I think Talents just has more value going second, which is when I found against every non-Scythe deck I sided this in going second, and it won me quite a lot of matches at the original. I really like Talents. And the 15th card was just Reboot. Never sided it in, because I sided it in one against Cyber Eldritch, but I never draw it. Like, you're putting a 60 card deck, siding in 1 Reboot, you're never going to draw it anyway, but that's whatever. And that's deck.
Any shouts or anything you want to give?
Shout outs obviously to the weekend we had down in Sheffield, all the boys, Quiche, the WAF Discord, they work on Dragoners all the time, and that's about it.
Cool. Cheers, bro.
Well.